A good afternoon from Joplin, Missouri and Ozark Christian College. Day 2 of the 2016 ACCA basketball tournament begins. We have a whole bunch of quarterfinals coming up today here at Ozark. We start with the 4-5 matchup. It's the 4-seed Crossroads Knights and the 5-seed Rhema Eagles. Hi, everybody. My name's Chris Shima. Glad to be with you here for this first of 5 games here at OCC today. Also a couple of games going on over at Missouri Southern. You can check the scores. Right now, let's get to the starters. First for Rhema, who advanced by beating Emmaus 88-59. Perry Shockley starting. Number 15, Tanner Gregorich. Number 21, Josh Reese. Number 23, Dallas Doku. Number 24, Chris DeLay. And number 33, Telly Adenahim. Meanwhile, for the Crossroads Knights, who received the bye because they are the 4-seed, as you saw in the bracket there, head coach Richard Westerlund starting this way. Number 1, Sean Hughes at one guard, and another guard, it's number 3, Corey Harris, and the third guard, number 11, Stephen Horan. Up front, it's number 12, Isaac Bowles, and number 23, Todd James. So Crossroads at 15-14 on the season, and Rhema at 16-9. These two teams have met once already this season, and it was a good one. It went into overtime. Crossroads winning by 2, 88-86. Crossroads is in the white and Rhema in the blue as we're just about set to go here from Joplin. The tip controlled by the 4-seed Crossroads Knights, who move left to right on your screens and tablets. Wherever you're watching from, we appreciate it. As always, long day today with 5 games here and 4 over at Missouri Southern. Isaac Bowles, a first-team All-American, banking it off the glass and putting Crossroads ahead 2-0 at the start. The Eagles looked great against Emmaus yesterday. Fluid offense, great transition opportunities created by strong defense, forcing a lot of turnovers, making a lot of one-and-dones for Emmaus. Dallas Doku, who just had the ball, played great defense yesterday. Floater in the lane, no good by Reese. And Crossroads getting it into the forecourt. It's Harris, and he's stripped. Reese comes up with it. Reese into the forecourt now. His bounce pass is taken away. So back-to-back turnovers now. The outlet to Hughes, and he's fouled on the layup attempt. Sean Hughes will go to the line, the freshman from Bel Air, Maryland. And a quick timeout by Rhema. We'll keep it here. Just a little less than a minute in, and Perry Shockley not happy with his team start. As I mentioned, these two teams played a tight one back in December. It was December 5th that Crossroads defeated Rhema in overtime, 88-86. Crossroads shot 52% in that game. They did give up 10 offensive rebounds, though, which helped Rhema take 8 or 9 more field goal attempts, which is one of the reasons why the game was so tight. Overall, both teams played very well, though. It was 25 assists for Rhema, 23 for Crossroads on their 34 made buckets. As I mentioned, 25 assists on 32 made shots for Rhema. So fingers crossed we can have a game like that here today. Out of the timeout, again, it's Sean Hughes at the free throw stripe. So Hughes, 67% free throw shooter on the season, short on that first one. Hughes had 24 points in the first meeting. Gets on the board there to make it 3-0 in favor of Crossroads. So Rhema into the forecourt now. It's Reese. Underneath, delay, and he's called for steps. So another turnover for the Eagles. We mentioned it yesterday. Rhema likes to push the tempo. 88.4 points per game. They're giving up 81.7. So they're +7 on average. Horn, cross court, Harris for Crossroads. This is James. Hughes drives in and threw it away. So back-to-back turnovers. This time the Eagles get the basketball back. Rhema, I mentioned they beat Emmaus yesterday. It was 88-59. Looking to get on the board. Gregorch, beautiful pass underneath Adenahim. Puts the Eagles on the board. 3-2 in the early going now. Harris into the forecourt on the near side of your screen. Harris drives into the lane. Looking for a screen and roll there with Bowles, but misplayed the pass a little bit and another turnover. So both teams a little turnover happy here in this one in the early going. Reese into the forecourt now. Reese skies it for Gregorch. Tosses right side to DeLay. And once again a turnover. DeLay gets it right back though and throws it down with two hands. Chris DeLay with the dunk. Hughes driving on the baseline. It's Bowles and he'll go to the line. First of 4 quarterfinal games today. All 3 out of the 4 will be here. The other one at Missouri Southern Hillsdale taking on AFLBS. Isaac Bowles, 62% free throw shooter, ties us up with the first shot. We'll have the other 3 quarterfinals, this being one of them. Second free throw, no good. Extra possession for Crossroads here as Hughes got the tip from Horan. Here's Haywood for 3. Oh, in and out. Dallas Doku with the rebound. Here come the Eagles. 2.5 minutes in. Doku into the front court. Now Gregorch. Nice pass underneath. And DeLay uses the baseline. 6-4, Rhema. Harris. Horn. Driving in. Over on the baseline, it's Bowles. Ball swung on the near side to Hughes. Hughes, couple of fakes, drives in. Bowles short on the first effort, but good on the second one. So Bowles follows his shot and ties it up at 6. Doku, top of the key, dribbles in, dumps it underneath. Adenahim, yes. And the foul. Well, so far, it's got the makings of a good one. 72% free throw shooter. Adenahim will try to complete the old school three-point play. Adenahim short on the free throw. Rebound controlled by Sean Hughes. Into the front court, it's Harris. Underneath Bowles, yes. So both post players doing good work in the lane. Isaac Bowles and Telly Adenahim. Gregorch into the forecourt. Doku back to Gregorch. Turnaround shot by Reese on the elbow, yes. So both teams starting to figure out their way into this ball game now after a sloppy beginning. For Crossroads, Horan. Far side James on the wing directing traffic here. James looking for Bowles. Adenahim playing good defense, so James will fire to 3 and hit it. Why not? Can't get it inside, I'll hit it outside as James connects for the first 3. Todd James, just 28% from behind the arc during the season, but gets his first here. Gregorch to the cutter, Doku. Floats it up off the back of the rim. Adenahim, the putback, no. And cleaning up the board is Isaac Bowles. Into the front court, it's James, 2-on-1, but dumps it under to Hughes, who lays it up and in. 13-10, Crossroads, the Knights by 3. 15:26 left to go here in the first half. Gregorch pull up, can't get it to go. James the board. Here come the Knights, full court. And a dangerous pass. Dallas Doku does a good job getting back on defense. He comes up with the steal. Over in the corner, Reese, and a foul called on Crossroads. I want to remind you, folks, feel free to chat us up on Twitter. Use the hashtag ACCA Hoops. There's a couple of subs for Rhema. Coming on is Aaron Hayes. Also on for the first time, Trevor Delano. They replace Adenaham and DeLay. Reese catches the inbound. Delano over to Doku. Eyes the three a little bit short. Tipped rebound, and it comes to Delano. It's it off to Doku. Counted in the foul. And that's what we were talking about earlier, the first meeting between these teams. Rhema was able to hit the offensive glass, get extra opportunities, and now, because of their efforts, they have a chance to tie it up with the three-point play. And Doku evens us up again at 13 all. So that'll be something to watch for throughout this game. Can Crossroads clean up on the boards? Harris, Bowles over a sea of defenders, just too much height. I mean, Bowles is 6'7". Adenaham 6'5", but he's on the bench now. So the tallest Rhema player is 2 inches shorter than Bowles. This is Doku, top of the key, with 12 to shoot. Drives into the lane, rejected by Bowles. Good defense after terrific offense from Isaac Bowles. Now here's Harris into the forecourt. Swings it over to Kennard. Here is Horan for three. No, ball tipped. Same team. It's deflected over to Gregorch. Gregorch now with the basketball for Rhema. Doku on the right wing. Gregorch will back it out. Now Doku out near midcourt. Doku going to drive on Bowles. He does. Bowles blocked it again. Reese is there. 6 to shoot. Reese forces it up and hits. 15 all. 13:38 left to go. And a issue over at the scorers table has led us to a timeout here. They're going to let the subs come in. So for Crossroads, Brandon Legree is on, the senior from Delaware. And for Rhema, it's James Bird, the junior from Gore, Oklahoma. It looks like it might be an issue with who that previous foul was called on. And that's the reason for the timeout. So, whatever that was, they got it squared away. Back to live action now as Harris brings it into the front court for the Knights. Over in the corner, Kennard. Harris swings it to Horan. Horan top of the key. Goes behind the back. Swings it over to Kennard from downtown. Can't get it to go, and the rebound controlled by Delano for the Eagles. Gregorch into the front court for Rhema. Cut off. Here's Delano on the elbow. Hayes on the wing. Now out to Gregorch near midcourt. 11 to shoot now for the Eagles. Delano bounce passes it over to Doku. Doku short on the shot, and a foul called on Bowles. 12:44 left to go in the first half. That's 3 now on Crossroads. 2 team fouls on Rhema here in the early going. First free throw up and in for Dallas. Doku shoots at 73%. Rhema back on top by 1 at 16-15. And Doku good on the second. 17-15 Eagles. Full court pass. That's tipped out of bounds off of Gregorch. Harris. Kennard. Legree Under for Bowles. Kicks it back out. 3-ball by by Harris, and that is good. So Corey Harris from downtown putting Crossroads back up by 1, 18-17. Ball deflected and taken away, so the Knights forcing the turnover now. Out in transition, Harris. Kennard driving on the baseline into the lane. Strong move, too strong on the shot though, and look out, bodies all over the place. Into the forecourt on the other side, it's Gregorch. Doku, and Doku draws contact. So he'll go to the line. Inside 12 minutes to go here in the first half. KJ Haywood getting set to check in for Crossroads, and Adenham will return for the Eagles. So Doku back at the line, 2 out of 2 just moments ago. First one goes in and out. So here's the subs, KJ Haywood from Nevada, the junior for Crossroads, and Adenham, the Nigerian, returning. Nothing but net on the second free throw to even us up again at 18 apiece. Another sub for Crossroads. It's Cy Hodges, the junior from Houston, Texas. He'll bring it into the forecourt. Just under 3 assists per game for the backup point guard for the Knights as he swings it to Bowles, top of the key. Bowles is guarded by Delano in the man-to-man looking. And the bounce pass goes awry, intended for Legree. In transition, pull up from Gregorch from the elbow. Can't get it to go, and it's deflected out of bounds. Last touch, they say, by Crossroads. Dallas Doku's going to inbound left of the bucket. Quick jumper by Bird from the corner. Can't get it from 3. Fighting for the rebound, Delano. Another extra possession here for Rhema. Gregorch into the lane, floats it up and in. How many times have we seen the Eagles so far in the early going get that extra possession and make it count? That's at least 5 points. Second chance points for Rhema. How about that from Legree with the hand in his face? Back and forth we go in this 4-5 matchup. Crossroads had such a tough season. They lost in the NCCAA regionals last weekend after winning the opening round. They lost in the final game to North Central. And prior to that, in the regular season, they closed it by winning 10 straight. They were 7-19 last year and had all kinds of roster turnover and problems. Watching Crossroads in warm-ups today, they were having fun, loose, the complete opposite of last year's team. As they force a turnover here. That ball tipped out of bounds. Adenham deflected it. And we're going to get a timeout. Timeout on the court. We'll step aside. As we do, let's take a look at the men's All-American teams. Well, you see a couple of the players on the court winning some much-deserved honors this season by the ACCA. We'll take a look at the scholar athletes the next opportunity. You got to say hi to Jeff Hayes, who tweeted at me, I assume somehow related to Aaron Hayes. Maybe in Indiana watching, wherever you're watching from. Glad that you could be a part of today's broadcast. Again, feel free to use that hashtag ACCA Hoops on Twitter. And it looks like we've got another timeout here for Crossroads. So Crossroads calls time again. We'll step aside again. There's the people most likely to be your future boss. It's the scholar athletes for the ACCA this year. Congratulations to all of those folks, I should say. I was never a scholar athlete. I was never an athlete or a scholar. I just barely got by at both. Quick trigger three by Horan, no good. Offensive rebound by Legree, and then he threw it away. Here's Reese. Flies into the lane, scoops it up. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebound to Denahim, and he is fouled. So Denahim goes to the line, a chance to put the Eagles back up on top. 5 team fouls now on Crossroads. Denahim no good on the first one. Mentioned it yesterday, the Eagles, no strangers to doing well in this tournament. Rhema won it in 99 and 01, and then they had a three-peat from 2005 to 2007. Of course, Crossroads no strangers to winning this thing as well, as that'll be a travel on Isaac Bowles. Richard Westerlund won in his first season 3 years ago, which was our first year doing this tournament as the D2 champs back in 2014 with that terrific player Andy Carson, who lit it up in that championship game. Inside 10 minutes to go, 9:22 in the first half. Turnaround shot by Gregorch is good, and Rhema leads by 3. This is, believe it or not, their biggest lead of the day. Floating it up is Hodges, but called for steps, and another turnover here for Crossroads. Sean Hughes coming in, Todd James returning for the Knights, as Legree and Hodges, I believe, sit down. We'll set the 5 here for you. It's Hughes in the backcourt with James and Harris, also Horan. Isaac Bowles up front for Crossroads. For Rhema, Gregorch from downtown, can't get it to go. Delano the rebound. Doku, Reese, and Delay. Doku no good on the second effort. Crossroads cleans up the boards. Harris, pull up 3. Yes! It's a 2. They say his foot was on the line, so a 2-pointer. Back in transition. Gregorch, yes! This is starting to look more like what we expected from these two teams, up and down. James, top of the key, swings it over to Harris. Bounce pass to Bowles on the baseline, gets it to rim in. Here come the Eagles. Gregorch. Pass deflected. Isaac Bowles, good defense, throws full court to Hughes. Had trouble with the pass. Reese comes up, and what do we have? It's a turnover for Crossroads, or no, they called it Rhema basketball, but well, I'm guessing that it was Crossroads who touched it last, and it is Eagles basketball. So Delay into the front court. Delay tosses it to Reese. Reese splits the defense. Pull up with the hand in his face. It's good. 27-24. Both teams in a groove right now offensively. Horan skies it for James. James hounded by Bird. Here's Horan. Harris in the corner. Horan from downtown. Can't get it to go. A one and done as Delano pulls down the board for Rhema. Bird. Doku drives in. Puts it too strong off the glass. Bowles with the rebound. 7:17 left to go until halftime. Horan doubled up right over near us. Ball deflected. Coming up is Hughes. Hughes in the corner. Bounce pass to the cutter. James. James puts it up and in. In January or February, those 2 months combined, Crossroads averaged over 80 points per game, 82 in February, 9-0 at home. They had 18 road games this season, a tough schedule. Talked to Coach Westerlund about that. Some D3s, some JUCOs, NAIs, all that. James Haran drives in, floats it up, no. And it looks like there's going to be a foul on the floor before the shot anyways. That's just team foul number 3 on on Rhema. Crossroads was 6 with 6:31 left to go. A Gregor short break for him as Delano sits down and he comes back in. Isaac Bowles, yes, as his defender fell down, and Crossroads back up on top, 28-27. Gregorch out near midcourt. Doku spins into the lane, puts it up. Too strong over Bowles. Good defense by Isaac Bowles. In transition, it's James for 2. 30-27. Timeout Eagles will step aside. 6:02 left to go in the first half. You're watching the 2016 ACCA basketball tournament. We'll be back. Folks, those downloads available just $5. You can go to my website and order. Chris Shima, glad to be back with you here in Joplin. Day 2 of the ACCA tournament. We got a good one brewing here. Reese floats it up from the baseline, can't get it to go. Hi to Morgan, who's watching, tweeted at us using the hashtag ACCA Hoops. Talking about, I assume, Trevor Delano's haircut. I'm going to have to look at it next time he comes in. Not that I would be able to know, as Isaac Bowles puts it up for 2 more. So Crossroads with a 5-point lead. It feels like it's an 8 or 9-point lead with as tight as this game has been played. Gregorch. Here's DeLay up top. Gregorch on the left wing in the corner. Here's Bird from downtown. And he gets it to go. James Bird, 36% three-point shooter, connecting on his first. Bowles at the free throw stripe, out to James for 3, and he answers right back. Todd James, his second three-pointer of the afternoon. Reese underneath. Reese patient. And he gets 2 right at the hoop. That extra dribble as Crossroads defenders committed gave Reese an open look at the basket. James gets a screen. Bounce passes it to Hughes. Hughes pull up in the lane off the back of the rim. It's DeLay with the rebound. Gregorch into the forecourt. Gregorch pull up, short, second effort. Yes, and the foul. Well, evidently we put up the wrong Scholar athletes. They were from last year. I just pulled it off the website, to be honest with you folks. I didn't pay much attention to it, just pulled it and converted it to a graphic that I could use. Evidently that was wrong info, so we'll see if we can correct that at some point. Probably not during this game, but maybe afterwards. Gregorch, 81% at the line front, completes the three-point play, and we are tied again at 35. Harris into the lane. Kicks it out. James open for 3. Not that time. Skying in. Haran gets the offensive rebound, and he's fouled. That's team foul number 4 on the Eagles. Harris one bound left of the bucket. Gets in the Bowles in the corner. Back to Harris. Top of the key. Horan from downtown. Yes. Stephen Horan shoots 40% from behind the arc. You don't want to give him a good look at it. Bird hit one from the corner, tries one from the wing, not that time. Adeniham there, though, to clean it up. Another offensive rebound for Adeniham. Hughes, the reverse, yes. This has been as good as advertised so far. These two teams so close. We mentioned a 2-point overtime victory for Crossroads in December against Rhema. Doku rejected, stays with it. Second effort, no. Tipped up Adeniham, no. Ball deflected. Crossroads had it. Harris was stripped. Crossroads gets it back. Now James wild off the glass, and that ball deflected out of bounds. Last touch by the Knights. Gregerch into the forecourt. Bird fakes the pass. Back to Gregerch. Catch and shoot three. No. Doku, yes, on the second effort. More second chance opportunities for Rhema, and that's one of the reasons why they have stayed in it. Horan into the lane, had it stripped, but a foul called, the fifth on the Eagles. Inbound to Hughes, banks it off the glass. Sean Hughes, 45% from the field, the freshman from Bel Air, Maryland. Three ball by DeLay, no good. Put back underneath, no good by Doku, and another foul called on Crossroads. That's team foul number 8 with 2:16 left to go here in the first half. Reminder, first of 5 here at Ozark today. Coming up at approximately 2:15, another quarterfinal for the guys, Arlington and Trinity. Then the consolation bracket for the men at approximately 4 o'clock. It's Welsh and Champion. Then the ladies' consolation at 5:45, Ozark and AFLBS. And then the final men's quarterfinal here at Ozark at 7:30, Dallas and Ozark. Again, all those times approximate. They did a pretty good job moving things along yesterday, but odds are we'll be a little bit behind as the day goes on. Bowles with the hand in his face. Oh, that did everything but go in. One of those Carney shots. Gregerch. Hayes comes on, gets it back out to Gregerch. Dribbles to the right. Doku on the baseline. Top of the key, Bird tries it again and hits again. His second three-pointer puts the Eagles up by 2, 44-42. Bowles. Here's Hughes, yes. Tied up again. Very little separation between these two. Gregerch. No, Adeniham, and he is fouled, I believe. That's going to be 9 team fouls on Rhema, so still a 1-and-1 situation. I don't believe they say Adeniham was in the act of shooting. Hi to Brandon as well, who's watching using the hashtag ACCA Hoops on Twitter. As soon as I say that, he tweets that we didn't read. I'm reading it now, Brandon. Just calm down. Wait a minute. You got to give me some time. People talking about hairdos on Twitter this afternoon. Delano hasn't played yet. I can't put my 2 cents in. Front end of the 1-and-1 is good for Adeniham. I'm not quite sure, but I think everybody thought that was a 3-point play. But it is a front end of the 1-and-1. Second one good as well. So 46-44. Harris gets it to James in the corner. Back to Harris on the wing. Harris steps into a three. Man, is he fun to watch. So it's 47-46, and now a turnover, 2-on-1. James takes it himself, couldn't get the roll. Harris pulls it out. Moran, floater, yes. 49-46, inside a minute. Coming up at halftime, we'll step aside for 15 minutes. Do some homework, some work, eat some lunch, whatever it is you want to do. Come on back 15 minutes later. We'll have the second half for you. Another foul called on Crossroads, and now it's the Eagles in the double bonus as Gregerich goes to the line, 81% free throw shooter, misses that one. One out of two for Gregerich, cuts the deficit to 2, 49-47, a high-scoring affair. Crossroads shot 45% or better 15 times all season. 19 times they had 15-plus assists. I believe they're on pace to have those same kind of numbers here today. 8-1 when they have 20-plus assists. About an 8-second difference between game and shot clock. It's at 3 right now. Bowles has to put it up. And did he get bailed out by Rhema? He did. Well, they called a foul on the Eagles as the shot clock was expiring. And 7.1 seconds left. It'll be Bowles who goes to the line. Isaac Bowles, 62%. Gets that one to go, and Crossroads breaks 50 here before the half. A shootout. We expected to see a lot of these shootouts, especially in these quarterfinal matchups. 1 out of 2 at the line. Denham traveled with the basketball. Oh, goodness. And now Crossroads has 4.7 to work with, and they're going to inbound in pretty good territory here. Inbound goes to Harris. Harris with 2. Here's James at the buzzer. Too strong. A wild first half concludes with Crossroads leading it 50-47. Folks, we'll take a break for about 15 minutes. Come back, bring you the second half. You're watching the 2016 ACCA basketball tournament from Joplin, Missouri. We'll be back in 15. Start of the second half, it's Crossroads 50, Rhema 47. Both teams blistering in the first 20 minutes. 56% shooting for both teams from behind the arc. Crossroads shooting 55% overall from the field. The Eagles at 43%. As it's Rhema basketball to start things off here in this second half. Shima, glad to be back with you here in Joplin. Same starters for both teams, it looks like. Gregorch, Reese, Doku, DeLay, and Denahim for the Eagles, and Hughes, Harris, Haran, Bowles, and James for Crossroads, as Reese is fouled on the baseline to start us off here in period number 2. So that's the 4th on Sean Hughes. A lot of fouls for Crossroads so far in this game. And he has to sit down now as it looks like that's Kennard who's come on for him. So a fresh 30 to work with for the Eagles, trailing by 3. Doku drawing the foul and will go to the line. Dallas Doku, a good first half. 9 points, perfect 4 out of 4 from the free throw stripe. One player in double figures for Rhema. It's Tanner Gregorch, 4 out of 9, has 10 points to go along with 4 assists. First free throw by Doku is good, and he joins Gregorch now in double figures with 10. 2 players in double figures for Crossroads. Isaac Bowles, 7 out of 10, 16 points, 9 rebounds. And Todd James, 2 out of 3 from behind the arc, 4 out of 8 overall. He's got 10 points. Here's Harris handing it off to James. Swings it over to Bowles. Bowles had it stripped, got it back, and now is fight for it. It's skied in the air, tipped, and Reese comes up with the steal. Here comes the Eagles. Reese into the lane, scoops it up, rejected by the guard, Haran. So with 25 to shoot, delayed inbound, left of the basket. Reese on the left wing. Reese floats it up, banks it off the glass and in. So the Eagles come out strong, take a 1-point lead to start things off here in the second half. Harris. Pull up inside the arc, buries it from 18, and Crossroads back up by 1. Gregorch skies to delay on the near side. Back to Gregorch. Catch and shoot 3. Around the world, no. Rebound controlled by Harris. Harris flies into the forecourt. Pass a little bit off. Intended for Kennard, who was cutting. And the turnover will give the ball back to Rhema. Rhema with 8 first half turnovers and Crossroads with 6. Fakes the pass. Delay shoots the 3. Can't get it to go. Haran chases down the rebound. Harris steps inside the arc, short on the jumper, put back by James in the lane, no good. Rebound tipped out to Delay. Delay, 2-on-1, and traveled with the basketball. Harris for the Eagles. Again, if you're just joining us, these two teams met earlier this season, December 5th. Crossroads won by 2 in overtime, 88-86. It's not going to take overtime to get into the 80s in this one, it doesn't appear. Pass intended for Isaac Bowles. Good defense by Reese. The alley-oop. Oh, trying to throw it down was Kennard. Couldn't do it. Got the rebound, but stepped out of bounds. Into the forecourt. Haran on the far side. Takes it all the way to the bucket. Rejected by Doku. Full court pass to Reese. Reese, yes, and the foul. Eagles up by 1. A chance for an old school three-point play from Reese. Josh Reese. Now in double figures. Oh, and a 1 from the charity stripe today. 64% on the season. Missed that one back of the rim. Rebound control by Harris for Crossroads. Kennard drives around the defender. Used his body, couldn't get the bucket. Guess who? Isaac Bowles is there, and that gives Bowles a double-double as he pulls down his 10th rebound. Gregerch to delay. Doku throws it away. It's good defense by James to disrupt the passing lane. James coast to coast. Floats it, can't get it to go. Rebound by delay. Well, the team's cooling off a little bit after that blistering start, although Gregerch, strong move by Gregerch. And the Eagles back up by 1, 55-54. Nearing the 4-minute mark here in this second half. Floater by Haran is good, and just like that, the Knights back up by 1. Adeniham, couple of fakes, nifty footwork, and 2 points, the result. Corey Harris into the front court, guarded by Reese. Rhema in the man-to-man here. James. Kennard on the left wing. Back to James. 10 to shoot now for Crossroads. Haran, 7 to shoot. Haran trying to find some space. Step back jumper. Yes, it's good from 3. Gregerch all the way to the bucket. Can't get it to go. Tip for the rebound. Haran's got it. Full court to James. James pulls it back to Haran, fakes the 3, throws it, a rocket for James. Nice extra pass. The back door was open, and Kennard lays it up and in. 61-57. Crossroads. 5 minutes into the second half. Chris Shima, glad to be with you. We're in Joplin, Missouri. Kennard. Reese floats it up. Can't get it to go, but it'll go to the line and shoot a couple of free throws. A couple of players for the Eagles getting set to check in. It'll be Aaron Hayes momentarily and Mr. Haircut, Trevor Delano. Reese misses the first one. So here comes Hayes and Delano. I don't know what his hair looked like before, but I wish I could pull off that myself. I'll tell you that right now. So all you people on Twitter giving Trevor grief for his haircut. Some of us wish we had hair like that. Although it's got to take forever to put together. I mean, mine's a simple hair wash and you're done with it. Just easily the stupidest conversation I've ever had 14 years of broadcasting, talking about a player's haircut. It's a long tournament, though, folks. We got to kill time. Top of the key, Haran for 3. He gets it to go, and Crossroads starting to push the lead out a little bit. It's at 7. Gregerch. Reese pull up at the free throw stripe. Yes, and that ends the Crossroads run. 6 minutes into the second half. It's a 5-point ball game. Kennard on the elbow, poked from behind. Haran is there, falling to his left, shoots the 3 off the back of the rim. Rebound controlled by Hayes, and here come the Eagles. Doku, strong to the bucket, floats it up. No, Hayes the putback. He's stripped and fouled. Coming in for Rhema, James Bird, who hit a couple of big threes in the first half. Bird, 6 points, 2 out of 3 from behind the arc, 2 out of 4 overall in about 8 minutes. 5 team fouls already on Crossroads. And Hayes will inbound right side of the basket. Fresh 30 as he gets it to Bird. Right to Doku. Doku rejected by Bowles. And another foul called. Bowles can't believe it. That looks like a clean block to me, too, but if you're a Raymer fan, you'll take it. And the Eagles, Dallas Doku at the line now for 2. That's 16 fouls now, so Raymer's also in the bonus over the next 13:34. Doku good on the second, 64-60. Crossroads still up by 4, but getting some of their players in foul trouble here. Kennard poked from behind. Doku with the steal. Here come the Eagles. Doku bounce passes at Gregorch. I don't think he had the handle on that ball until he put it up. Just kind of volleyballed it to himself and took the shot at the same time. Gregorch. Nice play. Horan strong to the bucket. Can't get it to go. Kennard is fouled underneath. That's just the first team foul on Rhema here in this second half. Brandon Legree checking in for Crossroads as Kennard will sit down. It'll be Todd James inbound left of the basket. Isaac Bowles poked from behind, and another foul called. Isaac Bowles catches it on the left wing. Top of the key, it's Horan. Steps to the left. Thought about the 3. Instead, Bowles. Bowles cuts right through the defense like a knife through warm butter and makes it a 4-point lead for Crossroads. Doku, nice cut underneath Hayes. Doku found him, and Hayes will go to the line for 2 free throws. Aaron Hayes, 81% free throw shooter from New Albany, Indiana. Gets the first one to go. New Albany is right by the Ohio River, by the way. Even though they're in Indiana, I would assume that's Cardinals territory. Louisville Cardinals territory. Horan catch and shoot 3, can't get it to go. It's tipped out of bounds and last touched by Crossroads. So Crossroads went up by 7. Now Rhema's cut that to 3 with 12:33 left to go in the ball game. Here's Bird to Hayes. Delano. Bird. Doku on the left to Captain Haircut Delano. And his pass is taken away by Horan. Somebody better talk to him after the game so he doesn't think something's wrong with me. Let him in on the joke. 3-ball was no good for Crossroads. It was A.J. Kuhn who's come on for the first time. Kuhn, the senior, another Hoosier from South Bend, Indiana. Rhema turns the basketball over. So let's set the 5 for Crossroads here. It's Horan in the backcourt with Kuhn, James, and up front it's Bowles and Legree. For the Eagles, James Bird on the court with Gregorch, as well as Hayes, Doku, and Delano. Kuhn on the left wing. Defender left Legree. Legree passes underneath to Bowles, and again, that size from Isaac Bowles just too much for the Eagles defense right now. Stepping into a 3, Doku off the back of the rim. Isaac Bowles collecting another rebound. That's his 11th of the afternoon. James. Legree, left of the lane, doubled up, stays with it. Can't get the bucket, but he's fouled, and will shoot 2 free throws. So Brandon Legree goes to the line. Legree is from Delaware, a small town called Milford. A 58% free throw shooter. That was a 14 foul, by the way, on the Eagles. Dallas Doku comes out. Josh Reese checks back in for him. Denahim also back out there. Second free throw also good. So Crossroads breaks the 70-point marker. Milford's a small town, but it's near Dover. Reese, strong to the bucket, got it. So Crossroads matches their biggest lead. Rhema comes right back. It's a 5-point game again, 70-65. What's on the line here? The winner gets to play either Hillsdale or AFLBS tomorrow in one semifinal here at 4:45. Bowles, count it, and the foul. Isaac Bowles is starting to take control for Crossroads here. So the winner of this game goes to the semifinals. The loser, the best they can do is 5th place. They would play the loser of that Hillsdale AFLBS game tomorrow at Missouri Southern, tomorrow night at 8:15. Bowles can't complete the 3-point play, so Crossroads matches its biggest lead for the 3rd time at 7. 10:35 left to go. Bird. Gregorch in the corner. Gregorch, nice pass underneath, and Denahim got hit on the arm, so he'll shoot 2. Our next semifinal game, Arlington and Trinity, scheduled for 2:15. First free throw no good by Denahim. One out of 2 at the line for Denahim from Nigeria. Todd James into the forecourt for Crossroads. Looking for their 16th win of the season. Isaac Bowles top of the key. Underneath Legree, counted, and the foul. Oh no, did they call an offensive foul? They did. So an offensive foul. I think it's because he lowered his shoulder there. And the Eagles get it back. It's team foul number 9, by the way, on Crossroads. So next defensive set foul, Rhema's in the double bonus. Strong move by Gregorch, pass deflected, stayed with it, and shot it underneath the basket, kind of an awkward position. And they say Crossroads touched it last out of bounds. Reese, the floater. Almost got it to rim end. Ball deflected around. Haran pulls down the board. And here come the Knights. The Knights, the D2 champions back in 2014. Strong move to the bucket by James, and James draws the whistle. So Todd James goes to the line. James from a great basketball town, Atlanta, Georgia. How about the Hawks this year? After making it to the Western Conference Finals, be interesting to see what they'll do in the playoffs. I don't know that Cleveland in the East in the NBA is invincible anymore. There's a lot going on in that locker room, I guarantee it. Second free throw, no good. Offensive rebound by Bowles, and now he's fouled as the whistles start to come more frequently here. With 9:29 left to go, I believe Rhema has gone over the limits, and Crossroads now in the bonus. So Stephen Haran from Council Bluffs, Iowa. Front end of the 1-and-1, got it to go. The freshman, 77% free throw shooter. Crossroads, their biggest lead of the afternoon now at 8. Short on that second one. Rebound controlled by Delay. And boy, they are just spotting everything right now. I mean, that was away from the basketball. So another foul, and the free throw shooting contest continues. Going to get a timeout by Crossroads. We'll step aside as well. 9:22 left to play in the ball game. Crossroads by 8. There's another look at the bracket as we start day 2 here. This is the first game. Chris Sheeman, glad to be back with you. Games at Missouri Southern will kick off here in just a little bit. We got our next game coming up here at OCC, Arlington and Trinity. Out of the timeout, Gregorich at the line, nails the first free throw. A tightly called second half, 9:22 left to go. We have seen a lot of free throws. Both teams are in the bonus. Rhema's in the double bonus. Just past the midway point in the half. Here's Isaac Bowles. Bowles strong to the bucket, can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Bowles comes up with it, dumps it underneath. Legree lays it up and in. All of those second chance points that Rhema was getting in the first half. Now Crossroads has been crashing the offensive glass with a little more regularity here in the second period. That pass deflected and comes right back to Gregorich over near us. Gregorich pull up, can't bank it in, and that's thrown off Doku out of bounds. No, they say it was last touch by Crossroads. Still a good effort by Kuhn. No, I think they pointed the wrong way, so it is Crossroads' ball. It looked like they pointed we were staying on this direction, but it is the right call. It should have been Crossroads basketball, and it is. So the Knights with it now, leading by 8 with 8:35 left to go. James turns it over. Adenahim full court, and an alert play by Delay to throw it off of Legree. Delay inbounds, and before the inbound, an illegal screen set on the inbound by Doku. They're not letting anything go in this one. We saw pretty open in terms of officiating yesterday. Things have locked down at the start of day 2. Bowles cleans up the miss, and Crossroads starting to pull away here. 78-68. And it's been second chance opportunities. Again, Bird. What do we have? We're going to get a timeout by the Eagles, so we'll step aside. 78-68 Crossroads. We'll be right back. You're watching the 2016 ACCA tournament from Joplin. There's the Twitter handle and the hashtag you can use if you want to chat with us during the broadcast. We've had stimulating conversations about haircuts and all kinds of fun here today. Chris Sheeman, glad to be back with you here in Joplin. Hi to Evan, who's watching as well. Boy, they're just, this is torture sometimes. I talked about this yesterday, how the D1 game is being called a lot like what we're seeing today, and it's been painful to watch. This game had a lot of flow, but the officials have locked things down here in this second half. Not much is going by the wayside. So Evan, who is evidently good friends with Josh Reese and Dallas Doku. So we've heard from a lot of Rhema people. How about some Crossroads people on Twitter? Haran on the near side of your screen. This is James out near midcourt. Haran bounce pass to Kuhn. Legree. Bowles. And Kuhn had trouble with the pass. Good defense by Bird to come up with the steal. Here's Gregorch into the forecourt. Gregorch bounce pass to Denahim. Turnaround shot. Blocked. And they say James got a piece of his arm. So more free throws. All Rhema has to do is hit their free throws. They're calling everything. So if you knock down your free throws, you can whittle this down and get right back into it. There's still 7:26 left to go. That's an eternity, especially in a game that's called like this. You've got multiple times or multiple chances at extra possessions because the clock is stopped so frequently. 2 out of 2 at the line for Denahim, 78-71. Here's James into the forecourt now. Crossroads has led by as many as 10 this afternoon. James steps inside the arc. Baseline jumper a little too strong. Rebound controlled by Doku. Doku into the forecourt. Strong to the bucket. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebound to Denahim. No. Denahim second effort. Yes. So Rhema has cut the lead in half now, 78-73. A.J. Kuhn. Haran drives in, back out to A.J. And he stepped out of bounds. A mental error gives the ball back to the Eagles. Rhema trying to put a run together here. Doku. Gregorch. Pull up. Yes. It's a 7-0 run for the Eagles. 78-75 as we near the 6-minute mark. A.J. Kuhn from way downtown buries it. A.J. Kuhn, 33% from behind the arc, and he's going to come out now, as will Legree. Checking back in is Sean Hughes. Remember, he's in foul trouble. He has 4, so he's going to have to be careful. Corey Harris also returns. Bird on the right wing, top of the key, Gregorch. Gregorch pull up again, same spot, same result. 4-point ball game, 81-77. These first round games so important. You could go from the semifinals. Oh, Bowles tried to dunk it, couldn't, but an extra possession now. Actually, the shot clock did not reset. Here's James for 3. No, another offensive rebound. Boy, if Crossroads gets out of here with this victory, it's going to be rebounding that sealed the deal. Haran got blocked, stays with it. Another possession. Hughes. James, oh, nice pass. Bowles. Timeout, Crossroads. 4:52 left to go. Bowles puts the Knights up by 6. We'll be right back. Inside 5 minutes to go. Let's check out Twitter. Hi to Matt. We got a Crossroads fan. Matt, who's watching. Also hi to Ryan Lovelace. That name looks familiar. I'm thinking he might be a soccer player, maybe used to play basketball for Rhema. Either way, pull up by Gregorch right out of the timeout. And the Eagles again nibbling away. It's a 4-point game. Winner advances to the semifinal game tomorrow. James gets it out to Hughes. Haran over to James. Bowles, pass deflected by Doku, out of bounds. Wanted the steal, did Dallas. Frustrated, but still a good defensive play. 6 to shoot for Crossroads here. Looks like Isaac Bowles might have a cut. So Isaac Bowles has a cut, and he might have to come out for a moment or two here. Well, it looks like they got him cleaned up. So Bowles is cleaned up, 6 to shoot now. Harris to inbound it. Up top, Hughes. Stepping to the right, Harris. Yes, it's a 2-pointer. Foot was on the line, but a big bucket to beat the shot clock. Nearing the 4-minute mark. Gregorch got tied up in the air. Good defense by the Knights there to force that turnover. And the Eagles call for time. 4:01 left to go. We got a good one shaping up. It's in this 4-5 matchup. We'll be right back. Folks starting to come back to the broadcast as the game gets tight here with 4:01 left to go. Hi to the folks at Heartland Christian School in Council Bluffs, taking a break from their work, watching the game on, looks like they got a little TV up there. Not a bad way to spend time in class. We have a stoppage here out of the timeout. It's Crossroads basketball. They lead at 85-79. I'm guessing the folks at Heartland are rooting on Stephen Horan, who is from Council Bluffs, the freshman, who has played well here. Here's James, the jumper at the charity stripe. Can't get it to go, and Denham collects the rebound. So 3:42 left to go. Plenty of time for the Eagles here, down by 6. Reese. Delay up top, fakes the 3, drives right around the defense, and gets the easy bucket. It's a 4-point ball game. Here's Horan. Horan triple teamed and fouled. I guess Cody Kennard is also an alum of Heartland, so thanks for watching, everybody. However you're watching, we always appreciate it. My name's Chris Sheeman. Glad to be with. This is the 3rd year that we've done this tournament, and the numbers keep growing every year. Last year we had people watching in, I think it was over 80 countries. So the pride of Council Bluffs, Horan, trying to get the second one to go, and he gets it to rim in. So 2 out of 2, Crossroads back up by 6. 87-81, 3:17 left to go. Gregorch. Dallas Doku. Delay. Reese in the corner, drives to the bucket. Finger rolls it up, can't get it to go. Got the tipped rebound, though. Out to Delay for 3. Yes! It's a 1-possession ball game. Inside 3 minutes to go here in the quarterfinals. Full court press works. Here comes Reese for the easy 2. Yes! 1-point ball game. Horan throws it to Hughes in the forecourt. Hughes is doubled up, able to spin around it. Hughes to the wing, at his pocket picked. It's another steal, back-to-back for the Eagles. Here comes Delay, finger roll, no, for the lead of Denham. Doku, yes! Rhema has come from 10 down to take an 88-87 lead. Hughes now. 2:04 left to go. Hughes is doubled up, stays with the dribble though. He's triple teamed now. And did we get a timeout called? Yes. So Crossroads calls for time. How about the comeback for the Eagles here late? Inside 2 minutes to go. We'll step aside. Come right back. There's the bracket. You see what's on the line here for these two teams. The winner takes on either Hillsdale or AFLBS in the semifinal. The loser can do no better than 5th place. Crossroads had led by as many as 10. Right now it's the Eagles with a 1-point advantage. And hi to Kara Weller, also, Rhema's team manager, who wants a shout out. Evidently did not make the trip. Inside 2 minutes to go. Harris for Crossroads, trying to give his team the lead back. Oh, nice pass underneath, but he traveled. He traveled first. A big turnover there for the Knights. Doku into the forecourt. These two teams played overtime in their first meeting. You can see why. Reese was being dared to shoot the 3, takes it strong to the bucket. Too easy for the Eagles that time. Isaac Bowles now inside 90 seconds, and do we have a foul called? Yes. The foul on Denham. So Isaac Bowles, important free throws here. Can't get the first one. Bowles, the sophomore from Detroit, Michigan, 62% at the line on the season. Bowles 1 out of 2, so it's a 2-point game. Dallas Doku into the forecourt, guarded closely by Hughes in the man-to-man. Doku scoops it up, a wild shot. Horan pulls down the rebound. Here comes Hughes. Now James into the forecourt. Good job by the Eagles getting back on defense. James able to get around him. Good ball movement. Horan for the lead. Yes! 91-90. 1 minute to go. A wild one here in this 4-5 matchup. We'll take a break. Getting some good info on Twitter. Evidently, his nickname Scoring Horan led the state of Iowa in scoring last year, 29.9 points per ball game. My goodness. He had a big three there to put Crossroads in the lead. Out of the timeout, let's see if the Eagles can answer now. Gregorch into the forecourt. 50 seconds left. Doku from downtown. Short on it. Another offensive rebound. Reese pulls it out. Reese guarded by Horan. Reese backing him down. Puts it too strong off the glass. Bowles had it. It was tipped out of bounds and last touched by the Eagles. So 38.5 seconds left. It's an 8-second difference between game and shot clock. If you're the Eagles, you don't have to foul here. Try to force a turnover. Crossroads, a nice job to break the press. Look at that play. Unbelievable. James could not get it to go. Now here comes Rhema. It's Gregorch into the forecourt. Shot clock is off. Gregorch out near midcourt. Will they hold here? 16 seconds. Gregorch, step back. No, tip for the rebound. It's won by Harris. Horan is fouled with 8.3. If y'all don't mind, I'm going to go ahead and catch my breath for a minute here. How about this for the freshman? Big free throws in his first collegiate national tournament. Money on the first. Horan on the season, 77% free throw shooter. What a freshman find for Richard Westerlund. It's still a one-possession game regardless of what happens here, though. So the Eagles got 8.3 to work with. Gregorch quickly into the forecourt, and Perry Shockley is going to talk about it with his squad. So we'll keep it here. 5 seconds left. Give it the game reset. The possession arrow favors Crossroads. With 5 seconds left to go, both teams are in a double bonus here, 93-90. It'll be Rhema basketball. Perry Shockley in his 16th season, no doubt a pro at setting up these kind of plays. He's been around the block a couple of times. Who do they get the ball to here? Gregorch 32%, Reese is 31%. Doku 33%. These are all three-point shooting numbers. DeLay is 33%. It doesn't look like they have made any subs. James Bird has come off the bench here in this tournament, and he's hit some big threes. So will we see him check in here after this timeout is done? Winner of this game will play the winner of Hillsdale and AFLBS. It's tomorrow in one semifinal at 4:45. All times, remember, approximate. The loser goes to the fifth place bracket. We'll play the loser of that game I just mentioned tomorrow night at 8:15. Todd Panula will have that one at Missouri Southern. So Bird is in for the Eagles. It'll be delayed inbound, and they're going to get another timeout here. So Perry Shockley wants to adjust some things after seeing what the Knights bring on defense. We saw this coming, didn't we? This matchup between these two teams. Again, those of you looking for Trinity and Arlington, we're going to be about, we'll see how this game ends up, but about 10 minutes behind. The first of 4 quarterfinals today. We'll have 3 of them here. Again, Crossroads and Rhema finishing up. Arlington and Trinity is next. Dallas and Ozark at 7:30. And then over at Missouri Southern, it's Hillsdale and AFLBS. That is a 7 o'clock tip. So Perry Shockley has made his adjustments to things. Delay is inbounding. Also on the court is Gregorch, Doku, Hayes, and Bird. I didn't talk about Hayes. Hayes shoots 42% from behind the arc. He's the best on the team, I believe. So Delay will inbound it here with 5 seconds. Inbound to Gregorch. Gregorch at the buzzer. This is Delay. Short on it, and Crossroads escapes. A wild game. The Knights go to the semifinals, 93-90. Well, what can you say, folks? A great effort by both squads. It's been a fun quarterfinal game, and we hope the next one's just as good. Again, let's bring up that men's bracket here real quick. So the next game up in about 10 minutes from now will be Arlington and Trinity. And we'll have that one for you in a couple of minutes. Want to say thanks to everybody on Twitter watching, chatting with us during the broadcast. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. A wild one. Crossroads advances 93-90. We'll be back in about 10 minutes with our second game here at Ozark.